I spend way too much on this stuff. Hey forum, Manny back here with another video on the CascadeScents fragrance station, and this one is on my top 5 designer fragrances that smell like niche fragrances. But as always, before we get on with everything, the goal for this video is 500 likes. If we reach that goal, I'll randomly PM a single subscriber within the comments section below, as you'll be the recipient of an assorted niche fragrance sample pack. You can only enter the contest once per YouTube account, so please do not leave more than one comment, and please make sure that your YouTube account is enabled to send and receive inbox messages, and that you're subscribed to this channel if you are not so already. Now forum, as far as this video itself, I want to throw a quick shout out to Sebastian of Smelling Great for the inspiration here. Dude has pretty eclectic taste and awesome topics, so you should check him out if you've yet to. And I'll post a link of his video on this very topic in the description below as well. But what do I mean by designer fragrances that smell like niche fragrances? Well, firstly, I'm low-key also going off of what a designer fragrance is on a very literal basis. You know, one from an actual designer apparel / luxury goods brand, or a brand that's main squeeze is not actually fragrance for the most part. And seemingly more recently, a lot of these brands' offerings lately seem to just follow the same tropes for both female and men's fragrances respectively, like played out sweet florals or citrus aquatic bombs to name a couple. So I'd like to think that the fragrances that I'm about to mention don't really follow these tropes, and that they are unique and have enough quality in their own way to perhaps be in the league of niche fragrances from companies that predominantly specialize in them. But with that being said, of course there are niche fragrances that aren't on a certain quality level that you may expect, or also totally come off as mundane or played out. Again, that approach is not a knock or anything, it's just a thing, and it's totally for another topic / video, so why not? Please thumbs up and comment if you'd also like to see my top 5 niche fragrances that smell like designer fragrances too. But for now, let's get to this list, shall we? Starting off with the number 5, it's Black Orchid Eau de Parfum by Tom Ford. Black Orchid's mix of orchid, patchouli, and something that resembles black truffle among other things come off as floral, earthy, as well as kinda chocolatey, which I didn't expect to like, but grew to love. Totally a cool weather, heavy, sensual fragrance for a femme fatale type or a man who is bold enough to rock it. But with that being said, it's so daring smelling that it doesn't remotely remind me of many other designer level offerings around its price point or slightly lower, and it's totally worthy of Tom Ford exclusive level private blend collection status if you ask me. So try this already if you've yet to, especially if you want to make a statement with an alternative sweet floral vibe. Again, it's my number 5, Black Orchid Eau de Parfum by Tom Ford. Next up, here's my number 4 designer fragrance that smells like a niche fragrance. It's Original Musk by Kiehl. Now, you don't see that many other accurate musk dominant scents in the designer level market, but don't let that scare you away from this stuff, because despite coming off as a very animalistic musk, it's super versatile because it's not remotely stanky in a bad way, at least in my opinion. Original Musk is infused with light florals to give you a more ethereal and lighter feel from the get-go before drying down to its aforementioned musky nature. As a result, you have a totally unisex, musky, versatile fragrance that still stands the test of time. Don't believe me? Check this out already, especially if you're looking for an all-season fragrance that isn't a sweet floral or citrus aquatic bomb. Again, it's the musky Original Musk by Kiehl at number 4. Now moving on to my 3rd place designer that smells like it could be a niche, here's Un Jardin sur le Nil by Hermes. This stuff is green, fruity, aquatic, and slightly floral smelling in its own way, but doesn't ultimately follow the tropes of other modern day aquatic / generic scents that are kind of like just super citrusy opening wise and then smell like water towards the end. Sur le Nil here instead paints this picture of being a garden on the Nile, like how it's translated from French. So the fruitiness comes from the vibrant green mango, really welcoming stuff right there, but then you have that light, watery floral nature and earthiness to give it more of a dimension. Altogether, super wearable stuff, especially for the warmer spring and summer days, so if you're looking to test an alternative take on a high quality warm weather fragrance, look no further for now. Like if I didn't know this fragrance before and you told me it was from one of those fresh obsessed niche brands, I'd probably believe you, but instead here it is at number 3. Again, it's by Hermes, Un Jardin sur le Nil. Almost there now for him, onto my number 2 designer fragrance that smells like a niche. Here's Dior en Parfum by Christian Dior. Honestly, the whole iris makeup bag, lipsticky metrocentric Dior Homme line stuff here smells totally unique in contrast to the other tropes in the designer fragrance market, minus what has since copied it. Yes, without the Dior Homme line, there's no Valentino Uomos or even Prada L'Homme that cloned the Dior Homme Eau for Men or anything like that, just saying. All in all, this line is trailblazing. However, one Dior Dior Homme for me stands above all of them right now as far as current formulation, quality, and uniqueness, and that's a super brazen, more masculine Dior Homme Parfum right here. With its infusion of leather, you have a more animalistic approach to the iris, powdery floral Dior Homme scent DNA, and to me, it's to die for. Totally an alternative take to an alternative night out suit scent, so if you've yet to try this, please do. It's a European exclusive Dior Homme Parfum at number 2. But not to fear my fellow North Americans and other people outside of Europe, as DHP is low-key known to be found at certain Dior dealers at certain airports, as well as unofficial discounters everywhere if you are lucky enough. So yeah, best of luck finding this beast. But now it's finally time for my pinnacle pick here. Here's my number 1 designer fragrance that smells like a niche fragrance. From their incense series, here's Avignon by Comme des Garçons. Now this stuff's take on incense is a very traditional, smells like an old Gothic church and not much else approach, which definitely isn't reminiscent of anything a standard designer would even attempt, let alone most niche brands. So leave it to Comme des Garçons for this Avignon right here. Definitely that fragrance you'd pair with chic, slightly Gothic inspired streetwear from a brand like Comme des Garçons or others in that realm, for example. I know that's quite a rare look, if not unheard of, and I have trouble trying to pull off that look often myself, but whenever I do, I'll furthermore relish it every single time because I just love this stuff. Sorry Forum, I'm not as edgy as I'd like to be, but as someone who appreciates perfumery on such an artistic level like myself, who somehow has a use for this fragrance, albeit a little impractical, that's why it tops the list at number 1. Again, it's Avignon by Comme des Garçons. Anyway, I think that's it for them. Hopefully you enjoyed my top 5 designer fragrances that smell like niche fragrances. Big thanks again goes out to Smelling Great for the inspiration for this video, and most importantly to you as well for watching, of course. But it's that time of the video where I'd love some of your personal feedback. What do you think of some of these fragrances, and did I miss anything here? If so, please let me know in the comment section below. Also, just so you know, these are fragrances that I personally own, and were ranked from my 5th favorite to my 1st favorite. Not exactly ranked as far as how niche I felt like each of them were. If anything, I feel like each of them are niche in their own respective ways, but some more than others, of course. But let's wrap it up. Again, I think that's about it for me now. Again, if you really enjoyed the video, or if it put a smile on your face, please like and subscribe if you've yet to. Remember, 500 likes and a random subscriber in the comments gets an assorted niche fragrance sample pack, so help me help you, and until then, salute and thank you for your time as always. Take care for now, peace out, bye. Where are your fragrances?